Would I have paid $50 on a normal day? Yes, I would have paid $50, okay? If there wasn't that 30% off, I still would have bought it. I don't think I've done a thrift haul by itself in a really long time. Usually I incorporate them into vlogs, but here it's just a good old-fashioned thrift haul. I did some thrifting last week. I went out twice. I wasn't planning on going out twice. I was gonna go out just the once and look for a few things, and I was gonna turn that into a vlog with some other things. And then my sister decided that she also wanted to go thrifting last week. On Saturday, we did a lot of thrifting. We first started off at Goodwill, and you know, I beelined it straight for the jackets and the coats. There was a lot of coats here that I probably would have bought like in 2016, mainly those like army jacket green types of jackets. I do regret not buying that. Why didn't I buy that? I should have bought that. Gosh darn it. This is why I don't really like doing voiceovers for these videos, because then I see all the things that I wasn't really paying attention to in the store. I saw this very interesting lamp. I don't know if it's a DIY or someone bought it like that. Then, you know, I'm gonna check out the sweaters because it's finally sweater season. That sweater was really cute, but it was just a little bit too small for myself. I like thrifting in the summer, but I find all the best things in the fall, mainly because I love thrifting sweaters and long sleeves and jackets and coats and everything like that. I saw this little goose, but I already have him, so I did not need to buy him, although he was pretty cute. If he was a little bit different than the one I had, probably. But I already have the exact same one. And then I saw this cookie jar, which was also a goose. Still not sure if I should have bought this or not. I didn't, but I still don't know. You're coming home with me. I saw that and I'm like, you need to have it. Look at this little feet. Then we headed over to the second thrift store of the day. Now this one here is a little bit hit and miss. I either find really great stuff here or I don't find anything. I did see this tote bag, but I didn't buy it just because it looks like it was made out of a pillowcase and I feel like I could make one. So I did leave it there, although it is very 80s. They did, however, have a lot of Halloween things. They had a lot of Halloween patterns, basically more for children. So, you know, if I would have to make it, I'd have to adjust it. I already don't like working with patterns as it is. But anywho, they did have a lot of little Halloween trinkets.
What is that? Is that supposed to be the moon?
Then we headed to the third thrift store of the day.
Okay, that's 90s.
The horse clock just went off and it neighed. It neighed. Now this place actually has a ton of furniture. They always have furniture in here. Their prices, I wouldn't say they're the best prices. Then we checked out the used bookstore, which was a few stores down from the thrift store. I love looking at their crochet books because they're vintage and they kind of give me like cool ideas of stuff that maybe I won't find on Pinterest. And then to the second Goodwill of the day. Now this is a very new Goodwill. I think they opened it up in the summertime, but I've only been here twice, so this is my second time here. I did see this ski snowsuit. Oh, like I was so tempted, but I don't need it. Then of course I had to check their jackets because it's me and it's fall time, and fall time means I get to buy as many jackets as I want. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be buying a ton of jackets, but if I see a unique one, I'm gonna buy it. Now this jacket was cool, but it wasn't from the 80s. It was like not from the 80s. And then on to Value Village, because you know I'm gonna go to a Value Village. This was a really cool sewing machine. I don't need another sewing machine. I have like 7 already. Then I headed towards the sweaters. This one was really cool, but I just don't really gravitate towards those colors. If it was more like, you know, reds, warmer colors, probably would have bought it, but you know, I did leave it. I also left that one. I don't even really know what I'm looking for in sweaters anymore. I think I'm looking for more like 80s patterns, even though I did go through an 80s phase, back in like 2014, 2015. Probably should find those sweaters, because I did buy a lot of those sweaters back then. You know I love Northern Reflection and tradition, and I would have 100% bought this sweater. Like, I'm disappointed that I could not buy it, but because it was petite, the sleeves would have been way too short, so I left it. This is the first time I've ever seen a crocheted item like this in a thrift store, and I think they wanted $6. I didn't buy it because I feel like someone else could buy it, and I know how to make it. But still, I'm really surprised that it was in the store. Because I've recently bought a coat, I didn't need that one, but I kind of regret it. Ugh, I'm the worst with coats. Here we go, thrift haul. I found some good things. Also, it's probably not the best idea for me to be watching Stranger Things and then going thrifting, because you know what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna buy a bunch of clothes that the characters wore subconsciously in my head now. And yeah, I mean, like, look at this bag. Are you not gonna tell me this doesn't look like it could come from Stranger Things? Just picture like the kids riding their bikes. It's kind of why I bought this, because it looked like Stranger Things, and also the colors are very 80s. Yay! So the very first store, as you saw, my sister found that frog painting, or that frog print, and she wasn't too sure about buying it, and I'm like, you're gonna regret it. So she ended up buying it, and then while we were driving, she's like, thank goodness, because she's like, if I didn't buy it, I would have made you go back, me, to go get it the next day. But I did find one thing there, and that is this. I know, okay, alright, I have a problem with striped mock neck shirts. What are you gonna do? I love a good mock neck stripe long sleeve shirt. Okay, it's September, it's gonna happen. I did pay $8.49 for this. I don't know about that price. Goodwill's definitely gone up. I remember when all their shirts were $5 even, and I'm like, that's a great price, but now they're all the same price. Where when you go to Value Village, you could get a top for $3, but that same top also could be $20 at Value Village. So it all depends on who's doing it that day and what mood they're in. But this one here is the brand Tradition. You know I love that brand. I love Tradition, and I love Northern Reflection. This is Northern Reflection. It's one of my favorite tops. Oh, this is cute. The only problem with these ones is I'm so used to t-shirts, and the t-shirts I always get are always like a large, so they like go down to here, and I can tuck them in and kind of pull them out nicely, whereas these shirts, they're not as long, so it's kind of like, you know, I have to tuck them in. I like them tucked in. I think it is such a cute top. Perfect for the fall. I'm probably gonna wear it all the time, except for in the summer. I do not like the summer because I can't wear all my favorite clothes. This fits me exactly how I thought it was gonna fit me. What can I tell you? I'm obsessed with things that are striped. And then we went to another thrift store, which is the one in Fort Erie. My sister found a lot of really good Halloween, like vintage, not vintage, it's not vintage. Retro, is it vintage? Yeah, 20 years it's vintage. So she found a lot of like 90s kind of Halloween things, like little Halloween trinkets. And of course, I found a sweater. I found this sweater here. Yeah, you probably can guess why I bought it. There's a moose on it. I had to buy it because it's a wild animal, okay? If there was a bear, if there was a deer, if there was a wolf, I'd also buy it, okay? And I paid $5.50. You can always tell when I'm getting like almost close to finishing the try-on portion because my hair just gets messier and messier and messier. I kind of wish there was a pocket here. That would have been great. I normally don't go for like the zipper because I'm not a big fan of it. I feel like it's like too open. I don't know. I prefer it if it was an actual sweater. So this is something that I'll probably like wear inside, like a pajama sweater when I'm crocheting, editing, stuff like that. It is really cute. I also feel like if I were to go to like a bonfire or something, you know, and I put it over the t-shirt that I'm wearing kind of thing. But I don't really go out and do anything, so yeah. There's a moose on it. I'm gonna buy it because there's a moose on it. I love wilderness animals. Do I like going out in the wilderness? Not so much, because I don't really know where to go, but do I like them on my sweaters? Absolutely. And then we ended up going to a bookstore, which was right next to it, and I got this one. It's called Decorating with Crochet. Typically don't like anymore buying crochet books about making sweaters or clothing or anything, because a lot of the times I just kind of make up what I want in my head. But this is Decorating with Crochet. So it's home items, pillows, wall hangings, whatever. This is what I want. And I bought it mainly because of this clock. Where am I gonna put it in my room if I make it? I have absolutely no room for it. But let me just see if I can find I want to make this grandfather clock. It may or may not be, for Stranger Things reasons, why I want to make this giant wall hanging. Also, I'm kind of thinking, what if I made it into a clock? Like, legit, just don't put the hands on it, put a clock in it. That would be cool. I have no room for it right now. Also, ticking of clocks annoy me. That's why I don't have any analog clocks in my room, because all I'll hear is the tick, 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 tick. And of course, they give you the grid. That's so cool. I love it. So I mainly bought this book because of the clock in it, and it was about $8, so, you know. Okay, where did we go next? We went to the Goodwill. This is the second time I've been to this Goodwill, and the first time I found so many great things, and then this time also did not disappoint me. I love the stuff I found there, so let's get into it. I found this shirt. It has a dinosaur on it, and it looks like it got knocked out by a puck. He may or may not be a goalie, so that's very Canadian. A hockey playing dinosaur. The brand is called It's Northern Getaway. Get out of here. I just watched a TikTok and they were showing like all these really cool Northern Getaway shirts from the 90s. I'm like, if only I could own that. Turns out I bought one like 3 days prior. But yeah, Northern Getaway has so many great stuff. I'm pretty sure it's like Northern Getaway and Northern Reflections were the same company, but come on, that's so cool. And it was $7.49. This looks like it would have been like a teen boys shirt, you know, from the 90s, and now it's mine. This is how it fits. This is kind of like the first time I'm trying it on too, so I kind of realized that yes, this is probably made for a child because yeah, it's a little short. But here's the thing, usually when I wear these, I always do that. Like, I always roll up my cuffs. Everything else fits. It's always the sleeve. I think it's because I have really long arms that certain things just don't fit my arms as nicely as I would like them to. I feel like it hasn't been worn in a really long time. Like, the elasticness on here hasn't stretched out, so I feel like the more I wear it, maybe it will fit my arms a little bit better. But if not, I usually just roll them up anyways without even realizing it. Like, I'll go out for the day and they'll be down, and then as the day goes on, I just gradually move them up. So okay, people, it is now September, which means I'm going to be probably buying a lot of jackets and coats because I can't help myself. I found this one right here. I'm pretty sure it is a just the feeling of it feels very raincoat. It was $12. Here's the thing. If it's $12 for a coat, I will let it slide because that seems reasonable to me. You know, it's a jacket. You get more use out of it than a regular shirt. You could wear a different shirt every day, but you'd wear the same jacket every day. You know what I mean? I really liked it because the top collar is actually corduroy. It makes me so happy, and I love it. I don't see a brand anywhere on here, so this could have been like a double layered jacket. You know those jackets that have like the outer shell and then there's a smaller inner shell? That could have been it, because it looks like a rain jacket, but there's no hood. And usually rain jackets have hoods on them. So that could have been it. This is giving very Mike Wheeler 11 season 1 Stranger Things vibes, and that's why I bought it. Again, this is why I cannot be watching Stranger Things before I go thrifting, because then I'm just gonna buy a bunch of Stranger Things items that I don't necessarily need, but also I do need. I really like this collar. I think it's really cute. I did have another version of this that I used for my 11 cosplay back in the day. It's actually this one here, but the zipper doesn't really work. So when I saw this one, I'm like, this is really cute. I also think this is more of a garage type shirt. Like, if I have to go in the garage to work on something in like the cooler months, I feel like this is like that jacket. The other item I bought there, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I see the vision and it's so unique, and I've never seen anything like it before that I couldn't leave it in the store because like I want to wear it. I see how I can wear it, but knowing me, I just kind of stick to what I know, and that's a teenager in the 1980s because that's clearly my style and aesthetic lately. I found this long, like, kind of trench coat, plaid thing. The brand is called Lindor by Algo. That's the brand. I paid $12, so like that's not a bad price. Here's the thing, if this was at Value Village for $20, no. Not gonna happen, but it was $12 at Goodwill. Will happen. Did happen. It has these really cute buttons. Now this here wouldn't be like an everyday coat that I would wear because it needs like a certain look to it, and I feel that look would be, which I'll do in the try on so you'll see, but how I envision this is like a pair of black pants, my Doc Marten Mary Janes, and like a black turtleneck. I think that this is how I would wear it, with maybe like a gold belt or something to match the buttons. But if I ever want to get like fancy for one day, I could do it with this coat. So this is what it looks like. It's kind of a little tight if I go like this. You can kind of see like the vision, the black turtleneck, mock neck, with like the black pants, and the pockets are not fake. They're not fake pockets. I hate it when ladies' blazers and coats have fake pockets. Drives me nuts. I don't think I would ever button it up. Like, I mean, that's what it looks like button up. I don't button things up, okay? Unless it's like a snowstorm outside, I'll zip up my coat, but for the most part, I never do. I like how there's no shoulder pads in it. I feel like maybe there was shoulder pads in it at one point, but they took them out. Thank goodness, because I would have done it. Okay, I would have done it. Gosh darn it, this is really cute. You know, I go for more like casual 80s, whereas this is more fancy, but I mean, with my hair like this now, this is definitely a look that I will hopefully try to remember to wear this fall. Then we stopped off at the Value Village, the one in Welland, which is my favorite one. Now this Value Village, I actually went to a few days prior where I found something amazing. I'm just gonna show you what I found that day on Saturday, and then I'll get into what I found the other day, which was only 2 items, but I'm gonna include it in this. I found this. And if this looks a little familiar, it's because it's like the purple version of the shirt I'm currently wearing. This is Northern Reflections. This is Northern Reflections. This is a mock neck. This is a mock neck. This is stripes. This is stripes. It's pretty much the purple version of what I'm wearing. So you know I had to buy it. And it was $9, which is like, But here's the thing. I know that I love this shirt that I don't mind paying $9 because I know I'm gonna wear it. Because I own, I don't know, like 6 different variations of this shirt. I'm pretty sure I own 3 that are all the Northern Reflections brand. And then I have some other brands that look very similar to this. They're a different brand, but they fit the same. This is something that I love, and I kind of want to have all the colors. I'm missing, I think, a green. I'm missing a lot of colors. But now I have the purple one. If it comes in a different color, I'm gonna buy it. I really do like the fit of this one. This one, it fits me, I think, a little bit better than the other striped one I bought earlier, but it's only because I know that this one's gonna fit nice. Like, the material on here is very nice, and it's lightweight. I also love mock necks. When it's a turtleneck, and you have to roll it over, sometimes it's a little claustrophobic. I'll still wear them, but it's a little claustrophobic, whereas a nice mock neck, it gives you like enough to breathe, but it's kind of like a turtleneck, hence the mock neckness of it. If you don't believe me that I own this in like a lot of the colors, here we go. I have the black and white version. I have like the pink and red version. I have the blue version. I now have the purple version, and as you saw, I was already wearing the red version. That was everything that I went thrifting on that Saturday, but now I'm just gonna include what I went to on the Wednesday. Now, the reason why I went thrifting on the Wednesday, they had a sale for anyone who's like their club member, like if you put your phone number in, and it was 30% off all like apparel. Something's telling me to go there. Let me check it out. It was a good thing I went. First off, I did buy this DVD. It was $3.99, not part of the sale. You know, I had to buy it because it's Coraline and it's Paranorman, and I have been trying to watch Paranorman for years, but not one streaming service in Canada has it, and I haven't been able to watch it, and it makes me very upset. So now I can watch it this Halloween season. It has the Paranorman and it has Coraline, and I looked at the back of the DVDs and there's not a scratch on them. It's like they were never even used. For $4 for 2 DVDs, I think that's a good price. Okay, now, piece de resistance. The most amazing thrift find that I have ever found, and you might have seen it in one of my TikToks or Instagram reels. I am still in shock. Like, I am still in shock that I found this item. It's this coat. Are you seeing this coat? Look at how freaking cool this is. This is like the coat of my dreams. And a few months ago, me and my sister went shopping at Goodwill, and there was like this red kind of coat that was like very 80s, and I just wasn't too sure about it. It looked like there was some bleach stains. I don't really know, and I'm like, no, I don't need it. And I've kind of regretted it ever since, because again, I started watching Stranger Things, and what I've realized about rewatching Stranger Things, I haven't mentioned that 1,000 times in this video already, is that my personal aesthetic is 1980s autumn vibe. vibes. It's the coats, it's the sweaters, it's the pants, it's the shoes, it's the overall aesthetic of like leaves falling, it's cooler out, days are getting shorter, but in the 80s, okay? That's the vibe. I feel like it's taken me so long to really, how do I put this? Combine everything I love into like a simple phrase that if someone asks me, what's your aesthetic? I can just say autumn in the 80s. You know, I lived in the 80s for about a month and a half. Yeah, I don't remember a thing. I just absolutely love this. Now here's the thing. It was $50. It was $50. 50. I saw like this peeking out and I grabbed it and I'm like, oh, this is the most amazing thing ever. And I saw the price and I'm like, okay, let me just try it on. It was in the men's small section. Sometimes they don't really fit me well. And I'm like, all right, let me just try it on. If it doesn't fit me, I don't have to buy it. I won't buy it because it doesn't fit me. And then I won't be like, oh, I should have bought it for that price, but oh, it doesn't fit me. It's fine. It had to fit me perfectly. Had to fit me perfectly. But remember how I said it was 30% off that day? I got this coat for $34. Now, if this coat on a normal day at Value Village was priced for $34, I would have bought that. I would have been like, that's a reasonable price because it is a coat. It is from the 80s. It is giving me Stranger Things vibes. It's giving me that 1980s fall vibes. Okay, $34. I'm good with it. Would I have paid $50 on a normal day? Yes, I would have paid $50. Okay, if there wasn't that 30% off, I still would have bought it. I still would have bought it. $50 is a lot of money. It is a lot of money. It's kind of ridiculous, Value Village. This should not have priced at $50, but why I justify buying it is one, yes, it was 30% off, so I got it for $34. But also, this is the coat that I would have spent the entire season looking for. And if you remembered a few years ago, I was looking for that long trench coat that I saw from, I think it was the Hawkeye TV show. I'll put a photo here that I was obsessed with. I never found it. I never found it, and I still haven't found it, okay? Done looking for it now, and guess what? It's probably just gonna show up at a thrift store, and I'm probably gonna buy it. This style of coat was that new coat that I was like gonna be actively searching for this entire season, you know? So when I saw it, I'm like, this is gonna save me a lot of time of me looking for a jacket like this. I'm probably gonna wear this once it gets cold every single day for the rest of my life. Maybe not for the rest of my life, because eventually it'll get worn out because I would have already worn it way too many times. Oh my goodness, I swear, every time I put it on, I forget how much I love it. Oh, it makes me so happy. Like, it makes me so happy. Inside, there's this vest, but the vest is attached. I was kind of hoping that maybe the vest could be taken off and then you put it back on. That's fine. I'm not gonna take it off. Like, sure, I probably could take it off and make it its own vest. I mean, I'm not going to destroy this magnificent jacket. Here's the thing, I don't really wear vests a lot, so the chances of me wearing it on its own are unlikely. It's so cute, and I'll show you the back. Like this, the detailing on the back, it's so nice. I love it. And it's like so puffy. Like, this is like a legit ski jacket. I have not had like a proper winter jacket. I've had like my old lady jackets, trench coat kind of jackets, but this one I feel like is definitely going to keep me warm in the winter. The only thing that kind of bothers me is like this metal thing, but it's the original zipper. Here's the detailing. Look at that. That is like beautiful corduroy, and then the corduroy is also up here with the fleece, the lamb fleece. I don't know if it's real or not. All the tags are so worn out that there's no information on them anymore, so I can't even tell you what it's made out of or where it was made. I can tell you the brand, which I don't think I mentioned. It's called ISPO. Again, I don't really zip up my stuff, so I'll probably never really have it zipped up to begin with, but the zipper works, so if it gets a little cold, I could zip that up and still have this unzipped. This also zips up, so I am quite toasty in this, but I just don't feel like I'm probably not gonna have it zipped up. If anything, I might zip this part up if it's really cold, but for the most part, I'm probably just gonna wear it like this. How could I like pass this up? This is like one of my greatest thrift finds that I've ever found. That does it for this video. Did I thrift a lot? Yeah, but also like I feel like I found a lot of good fall clothing, and I think in the next few weeks I am gonna be like doing another video where I'm getting rid of a bunch of stuff in my closet that I haven't ever worn, or I know I'm not gonna wear this season because I didn't wear it last season. I'm buying some stuff, but I'm also gonna be donating a bunch of stuff that I'm not gonna be wearing anymore. If you're new to my channel, like sewing, thrifting, crafting, and of course crocheting, why not hit the subscribe button? You can follow me on Instagram, my TikTok, and of course my Patreon. I think that's it, so y'all have a good day now.